Hey Authortube, my name is the Book Mage and this video is hella overdue. So today I'm going to be doing the song title prompt writing challenge. This was created by Danny over at DR Ranger Writing in collaboration with Katie Wilson, and Danny was kind enough or sadistic enough to tag me in this tag. I will have a link to Danny's original video in the description, and you should head there if you want like an overview of how this is all supposed to work and like proper instructions. So yeah, this is a really creative tag, a really creative challenge, and I have definitely taken my sweet time getting to this. So I'm going to flash back in time and let you watch that footage right about now. Today I'll be doing the song title prompt writing challenge. The rules are you choose a song to fit your theme, your story. You write 250 words and then you message your writing partner. In this case for me it's Danny since he tagged me, and you ask for a wrench. And for those who don't know, a wrench is just sort of like, basically Danny is going to provide me with a totally random and possibly story-breaking feature that I have to work into my writing. Once I have my wrench, I write a further 250 words, and the last line of the story has to be the last line of the song I chose. Seems simple enough. Except that I was supposed to do this challenge forever ago. I was tagged to do this challenge back in 2019, and you know, life, Christmas, holidays, things just got in the way, and I'm only just now doing it. So in order to atone for my timely sins, I am going to be punishing myself. And I thought it would be appropriate to add some randomness to this challenge. Essentially, my way of apology is to make things harder for myself. Hopefully, therefore, more entertaining for you. So what I'm going to do is, instead of picking a song and picking a genre, I am going to put my music on shuffle and just write whatever the first song that comes up is. And I'm also going to randomize the genre that I will be writing. So yeah, this could go wrong. You would have thought I would have checked if there was like a random genre generator before this video, but I didn't. Oh, it's fine, there is. There's this one here which is just like, so there is one here. It's got like, I think that says horror, action, romance, something else. I can't read backwards. So I know this wasn't exactly the way that the challenge was designed, but please accept my penance. So I think first things first, I'm going to use my like audio library to pick a song, and hopefully it's not one of the many Dragon Age voice files that I have on my laptop. Okay, bearing in mind that if you've seen my NaNoWriMo vlogs, you might know that the speakers to my laptop are kind of broken, so. Okay, so I have my gigantic music library. I'm gonna turn my sound way up. Sound is kind of broken, and I also don't want to get like copyright strikes, so may not play a lot of whatever song is chosen. Okay, shuffle is on, so wish me luck. I don't know what this is. Okay, alright. No more songs because I'm gonna get copyright strikes. So out of my entire library, I guess I'm writing about My Last Serenade by Killswitch Engage. A song where I'm pretty sure the only lyrics I know is like the chorus. I have seen them live. I have seen this song live. Not important. Anyway, topic of my story, Last Serenade. Sure, we can work with that. I mean, I could have had like the Poison or For Whom the Bell Tolls, but I guess not. Okay, now it's time to pick my genre. This could be a really weird combination. And my genre is science fiction. What am I supposed to do with all this fantasy on my shelves? Okay, I feel I've read some science fiction, you know. I feel like I could potentially rock a sci-fi. Okay, so a sci-fi story about My Last Serenade. I may have to brainstorm some ideas here. Okay, so I think I have something, except that, I mean, I know where I'm going with this, but this is like the weirdest story. And because I have a really old version of Word, I may have gone over the word count just a little bit. Let me see what I can do about that. And then I think it's wrench time. So yes, as you saw, a sci-fi to the theme of Killswitch Engage's Last Serenade. Not exactly my first choice. So given that I had the sci-fi genre, I just decided to go kind of weird, a bit out there. I have no idea if it works. So okay, here we go, the introduction to my story. She took the ship out to the closest point of safety, resting in a gentle orbit around the red dwarf star. Refescent light flooded the cabin. Even at a distance the star was bright, dimmed only by the careful chemistry of the umber glass screen, which protected the vessel's sole human occupant. Evadne, though she preferred Eva, released herself briefly from the neural controls of the ship. She was a pilot, mildly decorated, a little over 5,000 hours of interstellar flight time, and a heart that beat in tandem with the softly thrumming core of her ship. This was to be their last flight. The command to decommission had been received. Her craft, the first and last ship she would ever have, would soon be made permanently dormant. She wasn't sure she was ready to say goodbye. They had been each other's sole companions in the endless black, and yet the denouement of their tale was fast upon them, the threads of their fate pulling apart one last time, and only the turning of the stars to mark it. Eva intended for one last farewell. She slipped her forearms back beneath the luminous controls at the helm, waking the slumbering vessel, stretching its orbit into graceful arcs and soft, careful pirouettes. A dance within the emptiness of space, with only the dying sun for a partner. She could feel the soul of the ship flare to life, a consciousness rising to meld with her own. And then the ship began to sing. It was a quiet sound at first, like a finger spun slowly over the rim of a glass, but which built to a melody that reverberated through the silver of the ship. A plaintive cry of endings, of goodbyes. A serenade to shudder through the silence between the stars, fading ever after into a silence that never dreamed to challenge a song so beautiful. So, that was part 1. I kind of eked over the word count a little bit. You know, I went a bit flowery with it. It's sci-fi. It can be weird. So at this point, I had to message Danny to get my wrench. And boy did he give me a wrench. I will insert that right about now. I've just realised it's like 4:40 AM in Australia. I don't think I'm going to get a wrench today. That is fine, because that will give me some time to figure out how honestly just what the hell I'm doing. But I am going to send my message to Danny and let him know that I am in desperate need of a wrench for this story. This story is like resting on like a knife edge, and literally anything will just throw it completely out of proportion. So like, I don't think I'm prepared for this. Wow, okay, so because of the time, I took all of my makeup off and like took my hair down, and I didn't think I would get a response today. But you know what? I have an Instagram message from Danny. So turns out this man is just really committed to ruining my story. So I guess that means I am about to find out my wrench. This could go so many ways. So my wrench is apparently the world's clumsiest cat. Ugh. So I'm gonna have to try and somehow fit that in. And I guess I will update you with the finished product. Yes, I have to put in the world's clumsiest cat. Where am I going to find a cat in space? So yeah, somewhere in this, somehow, I have to fit the world's clumsiest cat. Yeah, okay, let's take a look at how that went. So, you know, we were all nice and, you know, aesthetic going on there. You know, a ship and its swan song, so beautiful that even the universe doesn't want it to silence. That is, until the cat started yowling. Eva half leapt from her skin, jarring the ship to a stuttering halt as she about-faced in her chair. What the fuck? She managed, and watched as an overlarge tomcat extruded himself through one of the ventilation shafts at the back of the cabin. Seeming only partly flesh, the other part somehow liquid as ginger fur oozed between the slats in the vent, the cat finally emerged into the room, bringing half the vent with him, stuck tightly around his middle. Eva stared in disbelief. The cat, however, seemed nonplussed. McShawn, how in 12 hells did you get on my ship? McShawn, devoid of the capabilities of speech, tottered in a haphazard semicircle, encumbered by the new weight around his already weighty middle. Then he tottered more, veering left, his bodacious body dragging along the wall as he struggled to stay upright. Several things then proceeded to occur in very quick succession. The vent around McShawn caught on the wires running along the wall. The ship began again with its song, though now akin to a high-pitched keening. Eva dashed for the severed connections and, touching them in her haste, felt a powerful shock course through her body, startling the stowaway feline and leaving Eva prone on the floor. The ship spun wildly. In a half-conscious blur, Eva registered the sight of a panicked McShawn attempting to claw his way onto the helm. His little paws slipped under the softly glowing controls, and then stilled, as the consciousness of the flabby red tabby linked with the sentience of the ship. McShawn? Eva ventured, and was rewarded with the cat's attention. He waited for her instruction. Eva steadied herself with a breath, preparing to give the cat the key to melding his mind fully with that of the ship, to allow him to guide the living craft back to safety. She spoke the words all pilots hear upon their maiden voyage. Open up your heart and gaze within. I mean, it kind of made sense. Did it though? Did it make any sense? I feel like I had such an idea about where this was going. And then there was a cat, so like, yeah, this is what we ended up with. You will have to let me know how I did in the comment section down below. I did kind of go over the word count a little bit. I have one of those really crappy old versions of Word that does not track the word count until you click it. So I really should have like deleted some out of the middle, but I kind of prefer it in its like raw and unedited state. Yeah, okay. Not my finest moment, but you know, any chance to plug an Alien reference. So that was about it for this video, for this challenge. Again, thank you so much to Danny for tagging me in this. Again, I will have his channel and his video linked in the description below. Why am I so white? Let me know what you thought of my attempt of spur of the moment writing. And if you are a fellow Authortuber watching this, I would love to be able to tag you to do this challenge. I don't know enough people personally to tag them, but if you're watching this and you want to do it, consider yourself tagged. You know, I'm totally up for somebody messaging me on Twitter or Instagram completely out of the blue asking for a wrench. So with that, I'd like to thank you so much for watching and putting up with my potentially atrocious writing. That has been it from me, and hopefully I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!